You stare at the blinking cursor. The deadline is tomorrow. Your chest feels tight as your hand slowly drifts toward your phone to escape the pressure. You know it is important. Why do you do this? You feel deep frustration. You blame your character. But science shows this struggle is not a sign of laziness or poor discipline. It is stress management. Did you know your brain is wired to protect you? Your amygdala is ancient. It hates any discomfort. To this survival center, a difficult task looks exactly like a dangerous predator in the forest. It triggers fear immediately. Why does your brain react this way? You seek immediate safety. You open social media. This escape provides a temporary hit of relief before the anxiety returns even stronger. You feel trapped now. How do you break this automatic loop? You need a manual override. You need a starting ritual. Mel Robbins discovered that a simple backward countdown can disrupt this defensive habit loop. It acts like a switch. Could 5 seconds really change everything? You count down backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving your physical body immediately shifts activity away from your emotional fear center. You activate your prefrontal cortex. Are you ready to take control? Your brain changes gears. It switches power systems. Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel Prize-winning psychologist, showed that the human mind uses 2 systems. System 1 is automatic. Which system runs when you hesitate? System 1 wants comfort. It hates hard effort. Counting backward forces System 2 to wake up and take control of your actions. The excuses vanish instantly. Can you feel the shift happen? You must move first. Do not wait for motivation. Dr. Timothy Pychyl, a leading procrastination researcher, argues that action must precede feeling ready. Feelings are misleading indicators. Do you wait until you feel like starting? Procrastination is emotional regulation. You avoid the feelings. You do not avoid the task itself, but rather the anxiety and self-doubt it raises. Starting heals the anxiety. Did you know starting is the only hard part? Starting creates instant momentum. Your brain changes focus. Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik discovered that our minds hate leaving tasks incomplete. It creates cognitive tension. Why does your mind crave completion? Zeigarnik studied busy waiters. They remembered unpaid bills. Once a customer paid the bill, the waiter forgot the order completely. Your brain wants closure. Will you use this tension to finish? You only need to start. The rest is easier. Chemists use the term activation energy to describe the push required to start a reaction. You need that push. How do you find your push? Imagine a stuck car. It sits in snow. You do not need to drive a mile to get unstuck. You only need to move an inch. The countdown is that inch. Can you move just 1 inch? It is 6 a.m. The alarm rings loudly. You feel the immediate urge to press snooze and sleep for 10 more minutes. Your brain begins negotiating. Do you listen to the excuses? You do not debate. You count down instead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You throw off the warm blankets and stand up. The negotiator is silent. Who is in charge now? You start very small. You build tiny habits. Behavior scientist B.J. Fogg proves that lasting change comes from small, easy actions. You write 1 word. Can you make it that simple? 1 word is enough. It counts as victory. This small win builds your self-efficacy, which is your belief in your own ability. You build momentum quickly. Do you feel the power growing? Every action is votes. You build your identity. James Clear explains that every choice you make is a vote for who you want to be. Procrastination votes for weakness. Which identity do you choose today? You build self-trust daily. You keep small promises. When you repeatedly break promises to yourself, your self-esteem slowly erodes over time. The rule rebuilds trust. Can you trust yourself again? Willpower is a myth. It is not discipline. Willpower is actually a finite resource that drains steadily as your busy day goes on. You cannot rely on it. Why do we keep trying to? You need a rule. Rules do not feel. A rule does not care if you are tired or scared. It simply executes. You bypass your feelings. Are you ready to use rules? Your brain creates friction. It generates countless thoughts. These thoughts are designed to keep you safe and comfortable inside your warm comfort zone. But comfort is paralyzing. Will you choose growth instead? Habits are automatic loops. They run without thought. The basal ganglia stores these routines to save precious mental energy during your busy day. But routines can trap you. How do you break a routine? You interrupt the loop. You count backward carefully. Counting backward requires focus and activates the conscious brain to break the automatic habits. You create a space. Will you step into it? The space is small. You need immediate action. If you do not take a physical action within 5 seconds, your brain will negotiate. It will win easily. Why do you let it win? Self-sabotage is very subtle. It feels like logic. Your brain tells you that you are waiting for the perfect moment of inspiration. Inspiration is a luxury. Do you really need inspiration? Inertia keeps you still. It locks you in. The hardest part of any task is simply the physical transition from rest to motion. The countdown breaks inertia. Are you ready to move? The action must physical. Move your hands now. You must physically click the document, open the book, or stand up from the chair. Physical movement drives mind. Can you feel the difference? Make the task tiny. Reduce the initial friction. BJ Fogg suggests making the prompt so easy that you cannot possibly say no. 1 push-up is easy. Why make it hard? 1 push-up starts motion. You do a second. The momentum carries you forward and makes the next step feel much more natural. You are now moving. Will you keep going? You prove you can. You build real skill. Each small success raises your self-efficacy and teaches your brain that you can succeed. You feel more capable. Does confidence come from action? Action creates positive feedback. Your brain releases dopamine. This chemical reward makes you feel good and encourages you to repeat the productive behavior. The cycle reverses now. Can you feel the joy? Procrastination is emotional escape. It is short-term relief. Timothy Pychyl notes that we sacrifice our future self for immediate emotional comfort today. But the bill comes. Is the relief worth it? Your future self suffers. You pay the price. The countdown protects your future self by forcing you to take action right now. You build your future. Will you choose to act? Pick one avoided task. Sit down right now. Do not think about the entire project, but focus only on the very first step. Clear all your distractions. Can you count down now? Take a deep breath. Prepare to move now. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and write the first word of your work. The friction begins fading. Do you feel the movement? You override your fear. You claim your power. You no longer let your emotional brain dictate what you achieve in your life. Will you take the step? You stare at the blinking cursor.